I think always be yourself and don't copy, because you want to be unique.
The glitz and glam is the fame, but it's the work backstage that makes the game. I'm Crystel and Bandal, your host. Come with me behind the lens and watch their stories unfold. Our next guest here at Behind the Lens is an upcoming makeup artist, and not just any regular makeup artist. Her work is incredible. She completely transforms her faces into characters or anything that your imagination could envision. She's able to bring it to life. Please welcome onto Behind the Lens, Alicia Rumble. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I would have wished to have seen you in person, but
I know.
this does justice for what you're doing at the moment. So you're a makeup artist. You're doing
Yes.
some incredible masterpieces, I would say. You're completely transforming yourself, honestly.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit more about how you got into it, where you got started. When you were younger, was makeup something that you had always been passionate about?
To be honest, not really. Not so much makeup. However, art, painting and drawing, yes. It was always my strongest points. You know, in school, growing up as a child, I just loved art classes. So, you know, growing up, I just felt like everything that was to do with designing or, you know, art, picture frames, everything was just something that I loved and always got into, until one day I decided to take up face painting.
Oh.
Yeah, face painting. So not so much makeup, it was face paint.
And when you went into face painting, did you do a course for that, or was that
No.
just something that you just started to explore?
No. Yeah, it's just something that I decided to do one day. I've got little kids at home, so I used to use them as my little canvas and used to, you know, practice on their faces. And I would always feel like, you know, what I was doing looked good and I was happy with it. And then I decided to upload it onto Facebook and to show my friends. And I got so much like amazing feedback from everybody, until one day people were like, you should do my kids' their birthday parties and be a face painter. So I thought, okay, I could do that. So it all just started from me just designing on faces first, and then I went into kids' face painting, and I was booked out nearly every weekend, and I had no training, no nothing. It's just something that I'd done from, you know, for myself.
Wow, that's incredible. Would you have ever imagined you would end up doing face painting and makeup when you're younger?
No.
Not
at all.
What did you want to do when you were younger?
I reckon that I wanted to be a vet.
Wow.
Totally different. Yeah, I love animals, so I wanted to be a vet. That's what I did want to do when I was younger. But I'd love to draw as well, but I didn't think it, you know, to be an artist or anything like that. It's just something that I like to do. I like to do that personally. It also used to help with me with my anxiety when I was a little girl. If I had to feel a bit stressed, I'd just draw, colour in, and I was always in my own little zone then. So I think, you know, growing up through all these years, I've actually taught myself how to do it.
That's incredible. Now, when you're doing the face painting or makeup, what do you love about it? Like just art and being creative in general. What do you love about being creative?
I love that I can sort of dig deep into my own imagination. And I started off obviously doing kids' face painting, and then I started designing on my own face. And that's when the magic come out. Because not only I was doing it on myself, and that's where people were like, oh my God, how are you doing that? It's on your own face. But I actually found it more easier doing it on myself than on other people.
Wow. Why do you think that's the case? I would have thought it completely different.
No idea. It's just like, how did I learn with what I can do as well? Like, where did that come from? So it's all just, it's all fallen into place quite nicely. because I've seen a lot of other tutorials from other makeup artists, and what they do is amazing. So I see them as an inspiration for myself, and I taught myself. So you know, I think it's awesome that no one else taught me how to do this.
Would you say that it was also just a love for arts that's kind of
Yes.
brought you to where you are now?
Yeah. Yep, definitely.
That's really cool. Now we'll get into a little bit more about what you're doing now a little bit later, but I also just wanted to know, when you got into like face painting and people were like, you should do this, what was your support like from your family or from your kids? What did they think?
They loved it. They're like, Mummy, how are you doing that? How did you design that? It's like, I don't know, just, you know, like I would look on, say, Pinterest and get some inspiration of photos of other makeup artists and what they've designed on faces. And I would look at a photo and then I could design that straight away onto, you know, my kids' faces or other children's faces at kids' parties. And so it's like I could look at it and then design it straight away.
Really?
Yeah, so yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I know.
So it's kind of like
different.
Free-handing your canvas straight away without even having to sketch it.
I never practiced any of my designs. I have never practiced. I do it straight away. So that moment I've done it, that's it.
Did you feel any kind of pressure when you started doing it as an actual business?
Yeah, I was so scared, to be honest. I was so nervous. But then when I'm in that moment, I don't know, it's just like, I'm so confident when I'm there doing it at the time, and yeah, my magic just happens from then. So I'd also, I was invited to face paint other companies as well, businesses around Ballarat also. There was Zagamis in Ballarat, so that's somewhere we can eat out, and they have a children's area, like a play area there, and I was the face painter in that area as well to help with kids. So that was another little business that I got to do also as a job.
How does it feel for you to be able to do that, to be able to do so many face paintings on these kids and then see their expressions or
the best part is seeing their faces after it. They're just, oh my goodness, it's me, but it doesn't look like me, you know. And they run around looking like little superheroes, and then they go and act like they are the superhero as well in the playground, which is really cute, which is I love.
Oh, you must have loved every single moment.
Yeah.
It must be really memorable, especially when they're just children. You know, sometimes their excitement is just not there. They're not afraid to show it.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, when it came to your career so far in the makeup industry, what would you say has been your biggest lesson so far?
I think would be digging deep and trusting in myself, believing the things that I can do and be more confident with it. So, and that will come more into it as well when I dig deep about my makeup school that I joined into. That's where it all just began.
Yeah, and then when it comes to looking at your career as a whole right now, is there anything that you would change? Would you have hoped to have done a course on it or anything like that? Because you say that you are self-taught and you love that your passion drives you into learning all these skills and bringing it to life. Would you have ever hoped that someone was there to mentor you or anything like that? No. But why would you say that?
No, because I think it just goes to show that we are all unique in ourselves, and we don't always need to be taught things. We just need to be able to have more confidence. And if you have a passion for something, try it yourself first, and which that's what I did do.
Yeah, that's true. And from now, you're actually an ambassador. That's correct?
Yes.
For QC Makeup Academy.
Yes.
How did you get into that? Let's talk a little bit about your being an ambassador right now.
Okay, so it all started from, obviously, when I did go into kids face painting. I'd done that for a couple of years, and then I decided to do my own creations on my own face. And I would, upload those images on my Facebook pages, Instagram, and the amount of support that I got from that was amazing. I can't even thank the community enough for all of this. I know all my art is very different, So I think that's what people love as well. So since that moment of me getting the great feedback that I did, I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it further and go to QC Makeup Academy. It's all online. So that's what really did help with myself, because I've got little kids and I didn't have to be in a classroom either, which was just awesome. And our amazing tutor, Nathan Johnston, he's a professional makeup artist for all celebrities. And so we will do our makeup designs, then he'll give us amazing feedback and train us as well, you know, just from the basics all the way up. And then when he could see what I could do within myself with my own designs, he was blown away with that. And he told me to dig deep and to really step out of the box and to trust in myself. And when I did that, my designs just, wow, they really jumped out even better, like, than what I could do before.
That's true. That's amazing how you took that advice, you
Yep.
took it really well and pushed yourself beyond your comfort
Yep.
zone. Now, I'm interested to hear, what about QC Makeup Academy made you
Yep.
choose them? Because I'm sure that with how popular makeup is at the moment, there's so
Yes.
many courses out there. Why QC Academy?
So QC jumped out for me. They were so easy to approach as well, I guess. Like, you know, even on their websites, everything was easy to follow, and they just seemed like a really lovely school, which they are. The fact that they are online is what grabbed me the most, because, like I said, with kids and I work as well, I didn't have the time. So that was the main goal for me with QC, is the fact that everything is just, it's like, it's all at your own pace, and you can do your own work at your own time and then submit your work in your own time as well. Because you have like I think it's 2 years to finish your course, each courses, which is awesome.
That really allows you to spread it out.
It does, yes.
To suit your lifestyle. What would you say was your challenge when you're doing it online? You're not in a classroom, so you don't have that kind of, you know, someone next to you. You're, you know, that kind of like buddy material of being in a classroom and learning off each other. Did you find any challenges doing it online at all?
To be honest with you, I felt doing it online was 100%. It was better, a lot better than being in a class. And, you know, it's easy to get like distracted as well in classes, I find, because I'm a bit of a chatterbox, so I would like to talk with my friends. A bit naughty. So doing everything online and doing it at home, it just helped me, you know, do it in my own time. And I felt a lot more confident as well, to be honest, because I didn't have, like, say, a teacher standing over me watching what I was doing, and, you know, the nerves would then kick in. However, doing it at home and doing however I like to do, that's what I loved most about it.
Mm-hmm. What advice would you say you have for people who are starting? Let's say that they were in the same position as you, who are extremely passionate about makeup and have done well on their own and have looked into doing a course just like you did with QC. Do you advise doing that same thing, or do you advise for them to just continue pushing themselves to teach themselves?
Normally with makeup, we tend to practice ourselves anyway with just the basic makeups. Mine was a bit different because, look, QC is all about makeup, but it's also about SFX. There's so many. There's bridal. There's different sorts of courses that's included in this. So I think always practice on yourself. You know, get your confidence up first. And if you feel, you know, that you're doing great, then yeah, go into a school and get even more. Because look, when I jumped into QC, they taught me things that I didn't even know of, to be honest. I thought I knew everything, but I obviously didn't. I didn't. And Nathan Johnson, my tutor, like he just helped us so much with different sorts of designs that we could do, and just the basics of, you say, your eyeliner or your mascara, how to set them out perfectly. That's what he can teach you. So how, like, symmetrical, like everything's got to have a balance.
Hmm. Now, when you went into QC Academy, did you go in there with an open mind, or did you go in there thinking that you already knew everything?
I thought I knew everything. I really did. I thought I knew everything, and no, nah.
When did you realize that there was more that you needed to learn?
Was at the start when I first started. So my first images that I would, send to my tutor, they weren't the best. I mean, they were good, but I could have done better. And so then the next time I would, submit more work, I learnt from the others when he gave me those other feedbacks, so then I could keep growing more and more and more, because he was teaching me as I was going along the way.
Now, when you're saying that they're teaching you along the way, I'm trying to comprehend
so,
like how this
that's
works
fine.
in
It's hard because it's online.
Yeah.
So they would give us, little homeworks to do.
Yeah.
So design your eyes, put an eyeliner on, apply false eyelashes. All right. So we would do it, and then he would give us feedback to how to do it better next time, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So he may say, the eyeliner could go all the way to the end. Try it that way this time. So then I'd make it all connect.
Was it kind of like an online, kind of like this Zoom interview that we have?
So he would, it would be like we would learn from videos. So he would have a model, and he would design their face and tell us, how to do things, show us how to do things. And then we could kind of go back and practice on our models or on ourselves, on how he taught us through a video.
Mm-hmm. And then you would then
submit him our work. We have to take photos. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So we would take photos of our eyes, of our full face, and then he would analyse what we've done, what we've sent into him. And I would have feedback done by an audio, so I could hear him through my headphones, him talking, which was awesome. And he could just give us feedback on things that we could change.
Wow, that's really interactive. So it's not just like, watching a video and then doing it on your own. No. They're with you, literally.
They're with you the whole way. Absolutely, the whole way. They're with you.
Would you say that was a really important part of your learning process?
Absolutely. Yep, because the feedback, and sometimes feedback can be a bit, you're sort of hard on yourself. But I guess that this feedback that Nathan would give us, it actually pushed us, to go further, and would be like, okay, I've done it wrong this time. The next time that I'm going to do it, it's going to be even better again, because he's taught me how to. He's explained how to, apply the eyeliner in the way that it should be done. He's amazing.
I can definitely hear that.
Yeah.
Now, when you're going into makeup and you're teaching, you're learning so many things from QC Academy, aside from, discovering that you didn't know everything going into the course, what were some of the most important things that you learned doing the course there?
Wow. The most important thing was, and I'll be honest, is believe in yourself and don't be scared.
Why would you say that was really important for you?
Because, look, with myself, I would always get scared, and I would self-doubt myself all the time, never give myself enough credit, whereas I found that school really, helps you to strive to be the best that you possibly can. We've also got online forums as well that we could say it's the Facebook page where all our students are a part of it. And before we submit them to our tutors, we can ask for advice from all the other students as well to give us some feedback, which is great too. So I just think really pushing hard and believing yourself and do the best that you can. I think that's the most important thing in this course.
So there was still that sense of community, even though it was online and it was you and
yes,
your
we
tutor.
were never alone.
That's really important as well, I think, if you're going through a learning journey in anything, really. Now, when it came to the community, what was the community like for you in QC Academy?
The community?
Yeah.
So, like, my hometown, and do you mean like
the community of QC Academy, like the Facebook page? What was it like with the other students?
Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, they are so supportive, each and every one of them. There's never any criticism, bad criticism. It's nice criticism if there was to be, so you wouldn't feel, you know, really embarrassed or, oh my God, I can't do this. But it's always great feedback. The whole community is just so supportive.
And would you say that they also gave you constructive feedback as well, aside from your students?
No, I haven't had that yet, no, because a lot of my work that I posted was all my creative designs that I had already learnt beforehand. So when I joined QC, makeup, just the basic makeup designs, I felt that Nathan really did teach me with, but my creative face art, that's something that I'd done myself. A lot of my designs that I would post up in the student forum was my creativity that I'd already, you know, that I could do myself. So I always received great feedback from them. It was amazing.
Yeah, well, I would definitely assume that, because doing this stuff that you're doing is definitely completely different to, you know, a regular bridal makeup.
Yes, very different.
Formal makeup. It's incredible.
Makeup,
honestly, there's no other way.
Makeup can go anywhere. Like, it can be a bridal, formal, as you said, or it could be into theatre or, you know, acting, like films, runways, and that's the stuff that I kind of like too. I like to dig deep into the arty sides of things, whereas so QC could teach all of that, the whole lot.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Wow. Now, when you've done, we can say, normal makeup and the really creative and theatrical style makeup. Which one do you prefer out of the other, and why?
Creative. Because that's just where my heart is zoned for. That's where a lot of my talent just comes out. And the fact that I was not taught those basics, I mean, not basics, they're not, the creativity sides of things, I taught myself, and I guess that's why I have an even more passion for that, because I was never taught.
Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to your designs, where do you actually get the inspiration from?
A lot of it would be Pinterest. So I would just look up makeup designs, creativity, you know, amazing makeup looks. And then I would see all these awesome images of all these other creativity makeup artists. And I'd get a little inspiration off one. I don't copy them. I would get an idea of what I could do, and I'll always turn into my own. And that's
Why
the
is
whole...
that? Why, if we were to give advice to someone who is like experimenting, why is it important to just take inspiration instead of doing a complete copy?
Always be yourself, 100%. And that's what this school has also taught me as well, which I have already done in the first place. I think always be yourself and don't copy, because you want to be unique. If people see the same design all the time, that can get boring. So I think dig deep and design something totally out of this world, and that's what's going to get more attraction.
Now, if someone was to say, how do you really dig deep into your creativity and makeup, what would your advice be?
Wow. For myself, I could just lie there and close my eyes and imagine all these different types of designs that I could do on my own face.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds very,
it's almost
different.
it's almost like a meditation or visualization, I guess.
Absolutely. Yes, exactly. I can just, you know, create different designs in my own mind on what I can do, which I have done in the past with some of my designs that I have posted up already.
Mm-hmm. So it's almost like internalizing and just allowing your imagination.
Yeah, go with it. Absolutely go with it. Trust in what your mind can create and go for that. And to be honest with you, as soon as I actually started doing that, so not so much getting inspiration from other makeup designers of what they've created, the ones that I designed in my own mind are the ones that were the bigger hit.
Wow, that's definitely something to take away.
It is, and that's what my tutor Nathan Johnston. That's what he told me to do. He said, Alicia, dig deep. I know you've got more in there. Get it and, you know, do the best that you can. I know that it's in you. So I took what he said to me very personally, and I went and done that, and that's where my designs just really, they boomed completely.
Blasted off on the creativity level.
It did. That's where I got so many likes from it, you know, so much support, and it was great.
Now, it seems like with the feedback that you've been getting from the QC Academy and also from the feedback of the people on social media has really boosted your confidence as well.
Yes.
Right? Now, when it comes to, let's say, feedback, you've been getting a lot of positive ones. Have you ever received any negative or feedback that didn't seem like it was in good? It was made for good? You haven't?
No, never.
If you have, how do you think you would handle it?
You know what? Art isn't for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone can understand art like some of us can. Look, if I was to get some feedback that I wasn't quite happy with, it's fine. You know, not everybody's going to support what you do, but at the end of the day, it makes me happy. So, I need to dig deep for that, and I know that I can do a good job. So I thrive more on what I know that I can do. If someone else doesn't like it, then that's fine. We can't change that.
Mm-hmm. So it just goes back into what you learned about believing in yourself, believing in your abilities, and
absolutely
just pushing forward.
Believe in what you can do. Yes. Don't let what other people say to you get to you.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of curious, actually, how long have you been doing this makeup as a whole?
Since the age of 20. So I'm 33, so 29. So for about 5 years, just over, that I've been, digging deep into my creativity as a makeup artist.
Would you say that it's taken you a while to reach your the level of creativity and the level of the quality that you're able to reach now? Do you think that it's taken you a while to get there?
I won't lie, yes it has, only because there's so much we've got to learn. You got to crawl before you walk, that saying. So when I did start, if I look back onto how, you know, my makeup or my face painting looked when I first started compared to now, it's a huge transformation. Like, it's kind of mind-blowing, actually.
Honestly, when I'm speaking to you, it doesn't seem like it seems like your creativity has been with you from the start, and that you've always been, you know, an expert at doing face painting.
No.
And so if for someone who is kind of like, you know, who's going to be sitting and watching or listening to you speak right now, what advice do you think you would have for them who's kind of like really comparing themselves to like, how am I ever going to be able to reach that kind of level of makeup artistry? Am I ever going to reach that level? You know, that really harsh criticism that you said sometimes we have. Sometimes we can be really harsh on ourselves.
Yes.
And you need to believe in yourself. What advice, what other advice do you have for them to kind of overcome that internal battle to just take the leap?
Practice. Practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more, you know, the more confident that you will be in yourself. And we're all scared at times when we start something, but we have a passion for it and we feel that we're not doing the best. But if you keep on practicing and never giving up, just always, you know, reach for the stars. That's what I always tell people. Just keep on going. No matter how many times you get knocked down, just keep going. Because you will get there eventually. If you've got such a high passion for this, you just got to, believe in yourself at the end of the day. Makeup, it's all different designs that you can do, and you really have to challenge yourself, because if there's something that you can't do, you know, say you're not good at contouring, you just got to keep on practicing that, and that can, oh my God, that is a huge challenge, because it was for me. But now that I've been doing it so much, I feel more confident that I can do it. So they're challenges that, you know, you do have to face, but if you want to be good at what you can do, you just got to keep on practicing.
And just keep practicing.
Keep on practicing. It is, you just have to keep on practicing. It could take you all day long to do one little thing, but, you know, at the end of the day, you've practiced and then you've learned what you can do, and then you can do it all the time.
And over time, would you say that you get quicker at it as well?
Yes, absolutely. Because it's taken me, like, look how long I've been doing it for now to where I am now.
What other face paints have you done on your kids? Like when you're practicing your face painting on your kids, how are they feeling?
I love it.
Was it just kind of like a playtime for them as well?
Yeah, that is like, it feels so nice. I love getting my face painted. And I've done so many designs as well. Like I can't even, there's like superheroes and princess, or what, like Elsa, there's butterflies, there's all sorts of creations that I've done. The one that made me, going back in time, so what, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, when my son was a little bit younger, he wanted superhero stuff on his face, and just watching him running around outside pretending to be that, you know, Batman or Spider-Man, I loved watching that, because I created something that he already felt like he already thought he was Spider-Man. So when I put that design on his face, it was just like next level for him.
Do you think that you get that similar feeling when you're doing the face painting yourself?
Yes. Yeah.
That's really nice. It's almost like getting in touch with the kid that you have
inside. Yes. Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes when it comes to imagination, I know that for you, it goes back into listening to your instincts and just letting your imagination flow. But sometimes for a lot of people, that can be really hard, actually.
Yes.
Getting in touch with your creativity side, because you know, when you go to school, you're being taught like all these statistics, and everything always has to be correct. Whereas when you're being creative, you just go with the flow. You go with the flow. That's why when you were saying if you were to do makeup on Lady Gaga, you would just be like, I don't know where to start. Like,
I don't even know. I'm just gonna do it. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just do it.
That's where creativity is. That's how
absolutely
different it is.
Yep.
For those who are struggling with that side of getting in touch with their creativity, what would your advice be for them?
Again, just follow your gut instincts and believe in what you can do, what you can create. So if you get something in your mind that you think, oh, I reckon I could give that a go, do it. And you'll be very surprised, because I do that an awful lot. I'll think, oh, I won't be able to do that design. And then I go and do it. And then it comes out awesome.
Mm-hmm. So it's just trust in your gut.
It's trust, yes. Yeah, you have to. With art, you kind of have to. And it's your own talent as well. So again, it's one of those things where someone can kind of teach you, they can guide you on how to create, but it comes from yourself at the end of the day.
Now, if you could actually go back in time to speak to Alicia, who had just realized that they wanted to do this as a career, what would you tell them?
Oh, girl, you're going places. You can do this. You're actually going to do quite well. And that's what I have to keep on telling myself. I can do it. I'll just, give her a pat on the back and say, just believe in your dreams and keep going and don't give up, because you are going to be going places.
That's very true. And I can see that as well, especially from the work that you've produced. And also, I can't wait for the work that you're going to be doing as an ambassador. If you're going to be going out and teaching other makeup artists, beginning makeup artists as well in the industry, help them get in touch with their creative.
Yes.
With the level of creativity that's going to allow them to create some incredible work that's going to allow them to really bloom in the industry. I think that'd be really cool.
Yes.
Because I can see, or have heard as well from our interview today, that you really did that was a priority for you to continuously push yourself. And if you could do that for other people as well, I'd be really excited.
Oh, absolutely. That's just what I want to. I've already had a few students say, oh my God, you know, I'd love to do what you can do. Could you please teach me or give me some advice or guidance? And that's what I would love to do. I would love to help others, because at the end of the day, what I do is I feel it's easy, but for some it's not. So I guess if I could teach them what I do, maybe then they could learn.
That's true, and help them reach their dreams as well as you reach yours.
Yep. Even with like a lot of my props and things with my designs I do, I just find things around my house and design it. Again,
sometimes it can be that easy, and
it
be
is.
able to create something beautiful out of it is an incredible skill to have.
Yep. Even with my backgrounds, like the setup that I do, everything I taught myself on how to do that.
Yeah. Well, thank you again so much, Alicia. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
After speaking with Alicia today, I think it's clear that being creative and being an artist is an instinct to her. And for her to improve on her skills, all it took was practice. And it was also clear to the both of us that art isn't going to be natural for everyone. For some, you need to dig a little deeper to be able to tap into that little child in you, to let your imagination flow out into your masterpieces. I really liked how she emphasized how important it is to practice and to believe in yourself. I think sometimes we can be too harsh on ourselves, and Alicia confirmed that. For her, before she went on to QC Academy, she felt like she had already known everything and that there was no more she needed to learn to become a professional makeup artist. Little did she know that even though you can be really passionate about arts, you still need to be able to learn the foundations, the basics, that's going to allow you to really push beyond your comfort zone and reach the quality that you envision in your mind, and to be able to create it into reality. I really hope that you guys learned a lot from Alicia today, because I definitely did as an artist myself. I'm really excited to see what you guys take away from it as a makeup artist or as a creative. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you all next time.